everyone, and welcome to IGN Anime Club, episode 35. Yay, anime.
Yay, anime!
Especially Yay, anime. This is our last episode of the year.
I can't believe it. The last episode of 2015. I can't even believe that 2015's over.
I know.
I'm still like, what?
It went by so fast.
It went by super
It's like,
fast.
oh, bye.
Yeah, like every year goes by faster and faster, and I'm like, what is this? But it's been such a good year.
It has been.
It's been a huge year for anime. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for us, because we started this year, so.
Yep,
woo.
that's right. Yay.
Next year will be our first full year. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
And also, you've been at IGN a year. Congratulations,
Yes.
Miranda.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's her 1 year anniversary today.
Yeah,
As of
we're
this
recording.
recording,
We're
yeah.
recording. Yeah, this is my 1 year anniversary at IGN. Also Star Wars Day, so you know.
Yes.
Star Wars!
Everything, yeah.
You know when we're recording.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you can figure it out. We're all going to see Star Wars tonight. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
See, I'm your host, Miranda Sanchez, and joining me, as always, is Callie Plaguey,
Hi.
Megan Sullivan.
Hello.
Yeah, so this episode's a little different. We're not doing the watch party. We're not doing anything extra. It's like a big Q&A episode. We asked for a bunch of questions, and you guys gave us so many.
Look at
So
all
many
the
Like, it is 2
questions.
pages of questions.
I
in
didn't even
small
know there was a
font.
back.
There's a back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's many questions.
Yeah, so we just want to do something cool with you guys and answer some of your questions. We
Yes.
we started taking listener questions like really early on, then we just kind of stopped
Yeah.
because we had so much
To get
for
through.
every episode. Yeah, it's like some episode ended up being like an hour and a half. It's like maybe it's getting a little long.
Yeah.
So this one is just for you guys. So
For you.
we hope you have fun. I know
Awesome.
I will.
All right, let's jump into it.
Yeah. So I have a question for you ladies.
Oh, okay.
So IGN, we're recording this early because IGN kind of has a little bit of break. A lot of us work from home and travel. So production in the office kind of slows down a whole bunch. And I want to know, what will you guys be watching over our break? What are you catching up on? What are you going to do?
So much.
So much.
As we've talked about before, we didn't have a lot of time these past couple weeks because really busy for reviews and stuff. So I'm going to be catching up on One Punch Man
Yeah.
and Perfect Insider. Those are my 2 priority shows. And I'm also going to be catching up on some stuff from previous seasons this year that I just didn't have time for. Like, I still haven't watched Blood Blockade Battlefront, which is hard to say. And I really, really want to watch that one. So, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I want to catch up on Ushio and Tora. I got through the first half of the season, and then I just didn't have time to keep up with it. So I'm so happy to binge that because it was one of my favorite anime over the summer. So very much looking forward to that.
Cool.
What about you, Miranda?
Finally going to watch Berserk. Destin Gary actually lent me his DVD of it a long time ago. He's like, hey, have you watched it yet? Hey, have you watched it? I'm like, nope.
Sorry.
So finally I have time to watch that. I'm going to probably watch it on the plane ride home to my parents' house. I want to catch up on everything from this season.
Yeah.
I also want to watch Noragami. That's something I've wanted to watch, and people have been like, hey, you need to watch this. I'm like, yeah, I totally know I need to watch it. It's going to happen sometime.
Yeah, I want to add that to my list. I really want to watch that.
Yeah, I should actually write that down. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take notes for myself.
And I want to get through Humanity Has Declined, which my friend is like, Marty, you need to watch this. I'm like, okay. All right, Nick, I'll watch it. I will. I promise.
Nick,
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick. Yeah, it's really cute. It's a very cute style. My friend from college actually watched it. I watched a few episodes with her just like randomly throughout this show. So I'm excited to get back into that. And I don't know. I'll play a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to play a lot of games. I also started Twin Peaks, which isn't an anime, but I had never seen it. I didn't know anything about it, so I'm watching that because I'm like, oh, the more I watch this, the more at risk for spoilers I am. So I also have to finish Twin Peaks now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Otherwise someone is going to spoil it, and that's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any. I still have to finish Jessica Jones.
Oh,
I'm
me
like
too.
7
I haven't even
episodes
started
in.
it.
I haven't started
I haven't
Jessica Jones.
finished. What's the other one?
Daredevil. I didn't finish
Still
Daredevil
unfinished
either.
that.
Oh, it's so good. I cannot wait for next year.
Yeah.
Guys, come back.
Yeah, so basically we're going to never speak to our families this whole break. We're just going to be watching anime and TV and consuming video games and just absorbing everything.
Ooh, okay. I have a question because I had this discussion with somebody. Have you ever played a game or watched an anime during the break and that really happened where you were totally antisocial? Because I've had that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. My whole high school career.
You're just gone. on.
I
They're like,
literally would just go in my room and like watch whatever I DVR'd and like not do anything, not talk to anybody.
oh my gosh. You said DVR. I'm like, yeah, I went upstairs and watched my VHS tapes. But no, I say that because the Persona games used to come out on a regular basis, and they always came out during the holidays. And those games are like 70 hours
You
long.
just peace out. You're like,
Yeah,
bye,
I was
mom.
like, peace out. It's like Christmas dinner, and I'm like, yeah, cool story, bro. I'm trying to finish this. Like, I'm almost to the top
Do I
of
have
Tartarus.
to eat with you guys? No.
Yeah, and I'd get like really grumpy and snappy when I came down because I was like, you're interrupting this important game, and I need to finish it.
I get like that with books. If I'm reading something really good, and
yeah.
people just try to talk to me, I'm like, please don't even. Just leave me alone.
When the 7th Harry Potter book came out, I think it was, I forget what time of the year it was, but like I didn't have class that day. I didn't have school that day. So my parents were like, let's go out to brunch. And I was like, what? We have to go outside today? Do you realize what day it is? So I brought the book with me and I read it at the table. I was like, screw you guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I used to do that with I'm a huge wrestling fan, so they had Saturday morning wrestling, and we had no way to tape it. And whenever Bret Hart or The Undertaker was on, and my parents were like, we're going to go out to brunch. It's like, go, leave me. And they're like, no, you're coming with me. And I would throw tantrums.
One time my mom was like, you need to go outside. I was really young. She's like, you need to go outside. We're going to the park. And I brought my Game Boy with me.
I mean, hey, it's still outside.
Yeah, I was like,
fresh air.
I am in the sunlight.
Yeah, I'm doing the thing you told me. What was the Pokemon game that was like, or what was the game where like you needed sunlight to play it? It was like a vampire game.
I
or
don't
something.
I
You know what
don't
I'm talking
know.
about? Somebody out there knows what I'm
I've
talking
never heard
about.
of that.
Hey, if you know what that is, that sounds like I wouldn't want to play that because I like being inside.
That's intense.
Like,
Yeah,
that's,
a little
I
too
swear
much.
I'm not making that up.
I would get sunburned in like 15 minutes and go inside and stop
Yeah,
playing.
just put a light over it. It's fine. Doesn't know.
Did you ever
know
do
the
that,
difference.
Miranda, where they had to drag you outside when you were young because you were playing a game or watching a movie or
I
something?
was pretty good about going outside with my friends because we'd just run around and say, we're playing Digimon. Like when I was a little kid, we're like, we're Digimon. But I'm Pikachu, so of course.
You were the odd man out. You're like, no, we're playing Digimon. Yeah, but I'm still Pikachu.
I think I was pretty balanced when I was a kid. But I know, like over the summer and stuff, I would try to hold up a little bit more as I got older and like just watch anime and play games.
Yeah, I lived by the beach and I was super shy about
lucky.
like, well, I never went because I was like really insecure, and so people would be like, we're going to the beach, and I'd be like, no, I don't want to be in a bikini right now, so I would just stay home and like play Oregon Trail or whatever.
Yay, Oregon Trail.
And you know what? It was worth it.
Oh man, I played a bunch of Neopets. So
Oh.
We talked about this the other night. I forget where we were, but like a bunch of us were talking about all our Neopets.
yeah, I get
And-
that lab map.
Oh yeah, it was at lunch the other day. At lunch the other day where we were like, yeah, like I learned HTML so I could decorate my Neopet store. Like
That's
it was
a great story.
yeah, I'm an indoor child, but anyway.
Yeah, I learned HTML so I could have an online site to my favorite Slayer's character. Because
Aw.
I'm a big anime dork.
I
and
remember,
it was
I think for like, my Neopets page or something, I was like, I want to learn how to Photoshop so I can put all my anime characters in one place. And so I made this really bad, I was like 11 or something, so it was this really bad image of like Sailor Mars and Pikachu and Mimi and all these other characters, and it's so bad.
See, anime inspires you to learn coding.
Yeah, and photo
And
editing.
Photoshop.
And
So
Photoshop.
that's how we got our jobs, is we just learned all these random skills and put
Thanks,
them together.
Neopets.
Thanks, anime. Yeah.
Oh, good
Um,
times.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's move on to our
To you, some of your
I
questions.
miss,
Actual
I miss
audience
you,
questions.
GeoCities.
But what about SpongeBob? I'm just kidding. Guys, we could seriously just talk about SpongeBob all day.
I could
much.
probably I could go really in depth about SpongeBob. It's really bad.
You could write a dissertation.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
no, you
important.
took,
I
you took
could-
a class on Battlestar Galactica. I almost said SpongeBob. But no.
I wish I could write a dissertation about one Rugrats episode. So don't even there's a Rugrats episode where they unionize and it's really, really intense. So anyway.
Those shows are deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Arnold's also super important.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is
They're
the
bringing it
tangent
back, I think.
episode. Get
I think
ready.
they're bringing that back. Yeah, we have no.
They're
boundaries.
bringing back Hey Arnold as I think they're bringing back 90s cartoons
There's a lot of 90s
on
cartoons they're
Nickelodeon
gonna remake.
because they understand that our generation runs on nostalgia.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that we
pretty much.
still like cartoons. Like that's totally fine.
I like only watch cartoons in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, there
So
you
let's,
go. Which is kind of like an
actually-
anime.
Yeah,
Bring
audience
us
questions.
into a question
Yeah.
from Frank Luna on our Facebook group, which you can also join at facebook.com/group/IGN Anime Club. He said, do you let me pick this up. do any of you lovely girls get hassled by your family for liking anime? If so, any advice? Kind of feel like the black sheep because of that in my place. So I come from a very geeky family. So they, push it on me. They're like, yeah, go for it. Do what you love, Yeah. So I'm very lucky, and I know that's not the same for everybody else. I know, Megan, you said it's a little different with you. With your family a little bit too.
Yeah, my family is not big on quote unquote geek culture. So I was a little bit of the odd man out, and my family has a very sharp Irish wit. So the thing I actually got mostly razzed for was loving wrestling. And then later when I was in high school, I loved Sailor Moon and all this anime, and I was a little bit razzed for that. But this is a story of vindication where now it's my job to write about these things and meet these wrestlers and meet these voice actors. And so I went to Anime Expo last year, and my sister's looking over the program and was trying to poke fun at me, and I was like, yeah, but we have fans and we get paid to do this, so it's awesome. So shout out to my family, because we love each other very much, but we razz each other over things. But I mean, it can be hard when you're just not in the mood to be poked fun at, but just keep with it, because one day this could be your job, and then you'll be like, yeah.
That's like one thing I was kind of regretted a little bit was when I was a kid, my parents let me watch Dragon Ball because it was too violent at the time, and they're like, no, that's not for you. And now I don't really know anything about Dragon Ball, so I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
I know some things, but
Yeah, my family is super nerdy as well. Like I've said before, my mom got really into Food Wars. My mom's the one who got me into the Pokemon anime. Like she was the one like, hey, we should watch this, and she'd watch it when I wasn't even there. She like got me started on like Sailor Moon and stuff like that. And my dad's super nerdy. I basically was raised on first-person shooters, which is a weird sentence.
Yep,
but
same.
My dad's super into
those
like,
GoldenEye days.
Yeah, my dad's really into id Software in particular. So he showed me a lot of like Quake and Doom and stuff. And so like my family kind of introduced me to a lot of that. But my dad's sense of humor is very much like he likes to pretend he's not smart, even though he's like a super genius tech person. So my dad will be like, "How's the Pikachu?" And I'll be like, "Dad."
It was delicious, because that sounds like
it sounds like food.
Sounds like food.
Pikachu. Yeah, he's like one time my dad was like, okay. I was like, name some Pokemon, Dad. And he's like, Charmeleon, Charmander, Charizard. And I was like, wrong order, but you did it. Yay. But so my family's fine. I had a weird thing when I was I think it started when I was like in 8th grade. So I was like 13. I started getting into manga more. And because I have really severe anxiety, and nobody knew that I had anxiety. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 18. So I had severe social anxiety, and I was really worried that everybody would think I was weird for liking manga, even though I had friends that liked it and introduced me to different manga. So I just stopped reading it, and I stopped watching anime. And basically, when I got to high school, I didn't really have a lot of time for games. And I kind of imposed it on myself. Like, I judged myself for liking these things. Yeah. And so there was a period of time where I just, like, kind of tried to make myself as personality-less as possible, because I was like, well, if I don't have weird interests, no one can make fun of me. So I did that to myself. Nobody did that to me. So it was a little different. Like, I was very mean to myself about liking stuff. And then I started working here, and I was like, wait, I can like stuff. Yay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to be you.
It's okay to be yourself. So, yeah, I guess the moral of that story is if somebody's making you feel bad, or if you're making yourself feel bad, there will always be people who will accept you for what you like. And I finally found those people, and you can too. And I feel like the Facebook group has done that for people. I've noticed people like, saying that. So if
maybe your family is not super into it or judge you for it, maybe just sit down like, hey, I don't like that you're mean to me about this thing. This is something I care about, and that tells these great stories, and you may not understand that, but, just do your best to respect what I like.
Yeah. Stress that it makes you happy, because the people who love you want to see you happy. So stress, it does mean a lot to me. It makes me happy. Just be happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you need someone to have fun with Amy, I mean, he's already part of the Facebook group, so they're super encouraging, and we all
our Facebook group is the
really
best.
Great. Anyway, but I just like to push that out there, because it's like a really great place if you don't have those friends, because this is what Anime Club was for me. Is like I didn't have tons of friends that were like super into anime. Like my sister was, but not the same as me, and she's getting more into it now. My little sister's super into it, and like I'm lucky I have that built-in system, but I never had like a lot of other lady friends who were into it, or games and all this other stuff. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody has a place where they can find friends and be happy and enjoy what they love.
Yes, and our Facebook group is super positive, which is very different from a lot of different anime communities. We don't let fan wars go on. You cannot insult people.
It's just
they support each other.
Mature. Like everybody in the group's really good. They're humans. On the internet.
That's what humans and they act like humans.
Yeah, and that's what Anime Club has been for me too. Like just being on the podcast has been very good about very good for me because I got to know more women in the office. I got to know you guys and have friends, and it's just wonderful. I love it.
So if you're having maybe problems at home with it, people judging you for that, like just find the community that will, help you with that. Be around people who will encourage, what you love.
Yeah, and then
love what you love too.
And then you get more secure in what you like, and then that gives you kind of the strength to talk to your family about it, maybe. Because before I didn't know how to talk to people about. I wasn't very secure in the fact that I liked it because I'd be like, I like it, but it's not that great.
But
I diminish it
sometimes.
Whereas when I'm around a bunch of people who really like things, I'll be like, yeah, this thing's awesome. Like it means a lot to me. And then this wasn't a problem with my family, but if I have a friend, I have a friend who's just doesn't care about quote unquote geek culture, and we're still friends because there's other things to bond over. But she totally gets it now because I was like, at first I was afraid, and it's great to have that support system. Yeah, so that's a great question.
Great question. Thank you.
I know that happens with a lot of people.
Thank you, Frank.
So thank you for your question. Which one do you guys want to tackle? We have a ton. We have 2 pages, and so we were just gonna go down this list, and then I was just like, let's just jump into this one.
There's a lot.
Okay. I guess we'll go into one from Cody Becker. He asks, what was the most beautiful anime you've ever seen, as in the animation? And for mine was Rolling Girls. The thing that I loved about that show, even though it wasn't the best told story, it was so beautiful. It has a lot of colors and it's really bright, and the action, nothing is held back. Sometimes, with action, they'll just kind of cover things so you don't have to see it all and not have to animate as much. This one's full front, beautiful fight scenes. It spoke to me.
It spoke to you.
So that was probably one of my favorite.
I had a couple of answers. Back in the 90s, Escaflowne I thought was absolutely gorgeous. And then I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen the trailer, but The Garden of Words is absolutely stunning. It's moving art, and I do mean art. So those are the 2 that I wrote down.
I can't think of a specific example. I'm much more likely to focus on. Well, I don't want to say that because that sounds bad, but I'm better at identifying art styles and animation that I don't quite like. Because sometimes, because I'm not super educated on animation, the actual technique of it, that I can tell if I like something, but I can't tell why. But I would say I really like Shaft animation style because they usually mix art styles. So you see that in Madoka, for example, where the one Witch Realm will have a different art style, and it's just fascinating. I like seeing the way they mash it up. So that's what captures me, is just I really like the way Shaft does that. They did that in Nisekoi as well.
Yeah. Oh, Beautiful Bones.
And
is actually very beautiful.
Yeah, that was the one that came to my mind just because that's the one I've seen most recently that I thought was really beautiful, is Beautiful Bones, because the sequences where there's these colorful animal skeletons walking around her. It's gorgeous animation.
Yeah, her transformation sequence is pretty great.
So there's one I wasn't actually particularly fond of. I watched the first episode and dropped it because I thought it was super boring. But Sunday Without God is super beautiful. There's a lot of sunsets and stuff, and just the coloring is amazing. So even if you just look at a few screenshots, it's a little bit older, but it's awesome. Even though it was 2014, but I just
beauty doesn't age. Yeah. Beauty is forever.
It's only 2014, but. That's just one when I think about beautiful animation. And there's so many different types, more realistic and other things. But those are, I just like the colors.
Yeah,
especially when a lot of video games become brown.
Oh yes, just really quickly, that reminded me. I was super happy with Black Ops 3 because it used the full color spectrum, and I was I remember when Call of Duty was just straight up brown on brown, and then remember that it was 2006 to 2009 was just brown games.
Here's
time.
Different hues and
you want to see different sepia tone games? Go to 2000, go to 2007, you'll find it.
No, Fallout 4 is the same way. I'm thank you for using something besides
more
drab,
grays
and browns.
Because you can. I like this about Fury Road as well. Fury Road is brilliant for so many reasons, and one of the reasons was the cinematography. Number one, it's center framed, which means you never have to wander, which makes it a really good action film. Also, they oversaturated the color because they wanted to counteract the wastelands, post-apocalyptic, drab kind of trend. So you see that in like something like The Walking Dead. It's very washed out.
Yeah.
Fury Road, if you look at screenshots, people have done like side-by-side comparisons. The sand is bright yellow. The sky is bright blue because they've oversaturated the color. And I loved that. I love when you take that color and use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't, even if the show or the movie or the game is about darker things or it's sad or there's people have all died in the case of an apocalypse. Like, I love when they play with color. So we're starting to see more of that now. It's coming back. Color is in.
Color is back.
Yay.
So our next question from Andrew Johnstone. Yeah. Cool last name. I was like John Stone.
It literally
I thought it said Johnson.
Johnston.
Yeah, I thought that first. I was like John Stone.
Stone.
I've got you.
You know nothing, John Stone.
It's an awesome name, by the way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's a really cool name.
So we asked on our Facebook group, have any of you ever continued to watch a show that you weren't really into, but the ending changed your opinion on the whole show?
So I had two. One is funny. The most recent one is Roka no Yusha. I really didn't like that show, but I'm about episode 7 through 12. It actually got really good and it all came together. I know Miranda dropped it, but yeah,
I'm just like, this is so predictable.
I dropped it after episode 1, but I'm glad you liked it.
So that's the recent one, but the funnier one is when I first saw Sailor Moon, I came right smack in the middle of the Deke translated version, and they only translated the first half of Sailor Moon R. In the very first episode, it's Rini running away from Katsi, and if you remember the Spectre sisters and how they're dressed, like Katsi, quote unquote, had like this weird blue feathery tutu, and Rini with her pink hair and floating cat ball head. That was my first impression of Sailor Moon, and I hated it. I was like, what is this garbage? This sucks. And then I got out of school early that semester for some reason, so every day I'd come home and there's nothing on, only Sailor Moon, and I'd be like, this is stupid. I don't understand what the heck is going on. Who are these people? Why are they dumb? But I kept watching the show until like the end of it, it looped back to the first season, and by the end of the first season, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. What is this anime? I need more of it in my life. But the hatred I had for Sailor Moon originally was just unbelievable. So it came full circle.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm usually the opposite. I'll usually stick with a show that I'm not super into, or that I am into, and the ending will disappoint me because I overhype myself.
Oh no.
Not that doesn't happen too often, but those are the only examples I can think of. I'd say that one show that I resisted for a while was One Piece, and obviously that show doesn't have an ending yet. But I resisted One Piece for a very long time because I knew about it. I knew it existed. I'd seen bits and pieces here and there. And then the more One Piece I was exposed to, like through games, I reviewed a lot of games for IGN that are One Piece, for some reason. The more I was exposed to it, the more I liked the show and liked the characters. So that's my one where I was like, oh, One Piece, everybody likes this. My cousins watch this instead of hanging out with me. And then I was like, oh no, I really like Luffy.
Aww.
I like Zoro.
Oh, ooh. It's all about
He's
Ace.
my husbando.
Ace and Zoro.
Yeah, they're husbando material.
Yeah, seriously. And Chopper's so cute too.
There's
a Hello Kitty Chopper plush. She's dressed as Chopper.
Oh,
I want it.
All right, I have to look this up.
Yeah.
I've seen that. It's cool. So surprisingly, my favorite show is the first show I was uncomfortable with at the beginning. So Kill la Kill, when I first started watching, the first episode was fine. But then as you get in, like, it gets so heavy with fan service that I was just like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Yeah.
And then you get to a certain part and you're like, this is amazing. So that's actually one of the shows that I almost dropped, but my friends were like so into it that I was like, I think I'll just watch it. And I enjoyed a lot of it, but some things made me uncomfortable. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So
yeah, I keep trying to get into it, but the fan service is pretty heavy at first, and it's hard for me to keep going.
It doesn't change. I mean, it does in a way, but it's still what it is.
Yeah, Miranda and I had this conversation a couple days ago because we saw a friend of ours who's like an IRL anime character, and her apartment's just like an anime character's apartment.
It's amazing. I was just like, what is this? So
So we had anime night, which turned out to be us watching Love Live and talking over it because we were chatting for the whole time. But we were all discussing Kill la Kill, and we were like, it's one of those shows that it's kind of, you can't really explain away. like we were trying to justify it, and then we kept talking in circles, and we're like,
It's like
just
this is
have to-
justified, but also not.
you
like,
just have to say like, yeah, there's fan service, yeah, it's super in your face, and then there's other things that are really cool about it, and you can interpret it one way or you can interpret it another way, and it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Kill la Kill was also a show where my friends were like, just keep watching it, and I was kind of like,
Yeah.
so I actually watched most of Kill la Kill at the gym on the elliptical back when I like would go to the gym.
Aw.
So I was like watching Kill la Kill and being like, yeah, like to the theme song, like, yeah, I'm so fit and awesome.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't explain it, it's like, but it makes you happy. And if it's not hurting anyone, then what does it matter?
Yeah, I think the thing about Kill la Kill's fan service in particular, and this applies to other shows as well, is I think that things like that can be interpreted different ways. And so for you, if you're like, this makes me feel better about my body, like her embracing Senketsu and stuff, that makes me feel better.
in the overall theme, like maybe that's first, like people see that as a cop out. It's like, well, she's embracing it, so that means she's okay with it. It's like, well, to an extent, but also somebody did draw her in those clothings and like, put
Exactly.
that on her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So
not
you-
like she chose this outfit, and that's part of it, of course.
Yeah,
It's her embracing it, and understanding, and being comfortable.
Yeah, she's not a real person with agency, so someone
Yeah.
did choose to dress her like that, which you're totally fair to be like not okay with that. I think that's one really fair interpretation, very valid interpretation. But for me, I was like, being a very insecure teenager, it was kind of like, I was like, yeah, like for me it meant a lot. I can see how for other people it would be not a good thing.
Yeah,
so
like-
it just depends.
Yeah, for me, it's like about puberty and kind of
Yeah.
like being comfortable with your body, and like your body changes in these weird ways, and you're like, oh no, I don't
Yeah.
want to be seen.
Yeah.
And like understanding yourself and being comfortable with it, and like there's a lot of things. Anyway, we could
Yeah.
go into so much
I could-
about the theory of Kill la Kill.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So just I think that it's my phone is ringing.
yeah, and just to throw out another one real fast.
Yeah.
How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. It's a romantic comedy / harem.
Wait, say it again. What is it
How to
called?
Raise a Boring Girlfriend. The
raise?
first How to
Raise a
Raise
boring
How to Raise a
girlfriend?
Boring
Do you
Girlfriend.
raise
So it's about this group of students who are working on a dating sim together, or a visual novel kind of thing, and it's a harem, so it gets like real sexual, and like
All right.
one of the girls is like a hentai artist, like she's really famous, and there's this episode 0, which is what I watched first, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So they break down all the tropes in harems, like, oh yeah, and of course there's this person that wouldn't be the girlfriend, and then she is, and all the other
Yeah.
girls are falling over him, and they're like laughing about it in like a hot spring and kind of thing, and they break down everything, and then it's just really awkward because it's super sexual really fast with the guy, like they keep like running him down in a forest and like trying to like sexually harass him and stuff. It's like really weird, and I was like, what is happening? It's like, maybe this is a little too much, and so it was one of those shows I was like, but then people are like, it gets so good, and it does. So that's one of those things for me.
Oh, that's good.
Changed
There you
for
go.
I should try that out.
Yeah. So let's move on to another question so we can get at some other stuff. Yes. Some more stuff going. You guys want to pick one?
Let's see.
Oh, I like the one from Benjamin right under Mr. Johnstone's, which is some people watch a few anime that they liked but don't spend too much time investing in newer shows or watching simulcasts. So what makes you invest in anime? Why do you continue to watch anime? So, yeah, good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Well, it's our job, kind of.
Yeah, the easy answer
become-
is we've turned it into a job, so we
Yeah.
have to keep up with it. My like real answer is I like to bond with people over anime. So I want I talked about this earlier. I like talking to my friends about anime, and I want to watch the shows that my friends are watching in addition to the shows that I just have an interest in. That's why I really like playing games too. Like anything, I like being able to talk to people about it and like, how did it affect you? How did it make you feel? Did you have fun? Like, did you enjoy this? That's why I keep watching it. That's why I want to keep up with the newer stuff, is I want to be part of that conversation.
Yeah, when I was in high school, my best friend and I bonded over anime, so we would watch like Rama 1/2 and Burn Up W and Slayers and all that stuff. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Miranda has cute sneezes.
I
like
sneeze every day.
mousy sneezes.
Yeah.
So
little baby sneezes.
That's
Yeah.
you saying sorry.
no, it's okay. That's it. It was all about cute sneezes and bonding over anime.
So I only recently started watching things seasonally. I think I started in college when I got a subscription to Crunchyroll and
Right.
stuff. And I just wanted to watch it because I thought it was cool. I just want to watch more anime, and there's a lot of really cool stories, and I want to learn more stories. Because as a person who likes to create stories, consuming more is important, and understanding different story structures and stuff.
And
So-
anime is a different sort of medium, so it gives you
Yeah,
it gives you something different.
The storytelling is so different. I mean, that's kind of one reason why you say like this is anime as opposed to just like, well, yes, it's animation, but it's specifically anime because of the storytelling.
Yes.
I mean, everything has storytelling, but it's, you know, a little different.
Yeah, there's this phrase that I've heard, you can't be a good writer if you don't read.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also applies to, like, I don't feel like I can be a good critic if I don't consume a lot of different kinds of media, and that ties to storytelling as well. Like, I want to see different types of storytelling. So as a critic, I can be educated about what is good and why don't I like the way this is told, or why do I
sometimes I like watching
told.
bad things so that way I understand like what's bad about it.
Or I just
bad.
I like watching bad things so
Also
I can be real sassy about them.
Yes. So thank you, Benjamin. That was a good question.
I have a cute question that I want to. It was Keenan Johnson. It says, who out of Miranda, Callie, and Megan would be the first to cry while watching Grave of the Fireflies? I haven't seen it.
I've only seen Barefoot again, but I can tell you that even thinking about it is really depressing.
Whoa.
Really depressing.
So I was trying to figure out, I was like, which one of us would be the quickest to cry? We should probably have a contest where we all watch it at the same time.
Yeah, I haven't
none
seen
of us
it before.
have seen it.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, I know it's like terrible, but watching anime films is usually a little bit more difficult because, you know, this is no longer Days Blockbuster, and even then we sometimes got some. But like watching them, it's not as easily available unless you buy them, and that's like an investment. It's like, I'm gonna own this forever.
Yeah.
So
and I don't like watching depressing things because I get really, really depressed. So, like, it affects me really viscerally, whatever.
I kind of think Megan would be first to cry.
I would probably be first to cry because I get.
I mean, we went to Anthem of the Heart together. Bless your soul.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I
think she'd be the first.
That's the best evidence that Megan would be the first to cry, because
that's what I'm going off.
Megan was destroyed.
Honestly, it hit way too
She
close.
was
That
dead.
ending, like, I had a nervous breakdown, and Callie had to turn it, like, and Miranda and Callie
I was
were
just like, come,
"Megan!"
come, I will hug you, I will take care
Oh
of
my
you.
God, that last.
She's like about to cry now.
All right, well, there's your
I
answer.
feel like, so I thought maybe oh my God. Oh, Megan. I thought maybe I would break pretty quickly, because last night we had like this IGN ladies dinner, and like Kirsten, who organized it, she's our PR and events manager. She like gave this little toast about like how happy she was that there were women and we were all friends. And I just started crying.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, we have female friends. So I feel like depending on, because I don't know a lot, I like to go into things pretty blank. Like, I like to be a blank slate. So I don't know that much about Grave of the Fireflies. I've heard of it. I heard that it makes you cry. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So depending on what the subject matter is, like, I will cry at any dad stuff. Like, if there's a thing about a dad dying, I will cry.
I've been getting more sentimental about like parents and kids stuff.
Yeah.
Just because I miss my parents.
It's funny because when I was a teenager, my parents called me the robot because they'd be watching something and I'd be straight faced, like, whatever. The only thing the only time I would cry is if it was about like a dog, or like
it's gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can't get attached. The
Don't worry about
dogs
it.
are gonna die. But
Cats will be fine though.
Yeah, the cats never die. The dogs always die. So you have to pick. Do I want to be attached to this dog? No. But yeah, so like my parents would be watching something, my mom would be crying, and I'd be just sitting there like, whatever. I don't cry. I don't have emotions. And like my parents would be like, wow, like nothing affects you. And now I'm like always just like, oh.
Well, it's because my whole family is very stoic. If I had to describe my family, like, we're always cheerful. We're either really cheerful or angry, but we're never like, we're not touchy-feely people. Like, it's just like there's all this stoicism. So out of all my family, I'm the most emotional. But if you see me around the office, I have that angry look on my face. I can't say the word.
RBF.
Yes. So I just look like that. Even if I'm like, I wonder what shoes I want to buy today. Anime do I want to watch? But it looks like I'm a Spartan. Like, I'm off to war and get out of my way. So there it is. But yeah, I am very emotional.
We vote you. Yeah. Sorry, Megan. We'll be there for you. No, we'll all
That's
probably
okay.
cry.
We would probably all cry. The true answer is we'd all end up crying.
I put answer all three because it's a really rough movie to get through.
You always do your homework. She has like these printed answers. I just hand wrote mine.
I have the printed answers, and then when I answer, I never look at my notes, so I'm just like going off on tangents and not making any sense. And I look down and it's like, oh, I had a good answer, actually.
We're allowed to go off on tangents this time. It's good.
Yay!
So next question. Silas Height emailed us, which you can too, at IGN_animeclub@IGN.com. My question is, who are you guys' favorite comic relief characters, and which ones do you find distracting / most annoying? So maybe not. She's not really comic relief so much as just that happy thing that's supposed to be there to bring some different sort of
the
some
Genki
relief.
girl.
Ayumi from Charlotte. I hate you so much.
You hated her.
I hate her so much. Yeah, just let me squeak a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, please.
Yeah, pretty much any squeaky character. I'm like, take it down an octave, please.
Yeah, I have a favorite though. So Gurio Umino, also known as Melvin from Sailor Moon, is my favorite comic relief. Like Tuxedo Melvin is still my favorite Sailor Moon episode. I laugh hysterically. I watch it like once a year just because it makes me so happy.
That's adorable.
Good times.
This is something like I feel like I should be irritated by, but I actually always find it funny when guys like get really stupid over girls in anime. When they're just like Brock from Pokemon, I find really funny because he's always like Officer Jenny, and she's just like what, and he's always just like drooling over her, and it's played off in like a he's so dumb way. Look at this dumb boy,
Right.
Being all distracted by this lady, and she's not having it. And that's
Good
like,
taste though. She's cute.
she's adorable. I love Officer Jenny, so I find that funny until it gets like gross, and then I'm like, okay, stop. I think I don't have a character in mind necessarily, but comic relief when it's like this guy's feminine, ha ha ha,
Yeah.
universally irritates me.
Yeah, it's like guys to be feminine too. Just please stop.
It's like femininity is not something to be laughed at, regardless of who is
Yeah.
being feminine. So
Yeah.
that's the one where I'm like, this isn't comic relief. This is just making Callie angry time.
Oh, I know who I thought of who's just horribly annoying. So Yuki Miyaka from Fushigi Yugi just needs to spontaneously combust. She's that stupid dumb Genki girl. And I hate that character so much. Even thinking about it makes my blood boil.
Whoa.
Because Fushigi Yugi's a reverse harem, basically, where it's like her and Tamahome are supposed to get together, but she has all these other bishonen, beautiful boys around her.
Yeah,
But
good boys.
why do they like her? She's dumb as a stud. There's even a character who has my favorite line in the series is just like, you lack the ability to learn because you are so dumb. So thank you, Nakago, for that line, even though you're a super evil character. But I hate Miyaka.
On to happy things.
Yes.
Nick Newman asks, which anime would you like to be expanded and in which way? A movie, second season, game, light novel, etc. It's mine. Shirobako, another season.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
need it. Like, even if it were a light novel or a manga, like, that'd be totally fine, too. Like, I just want more Shirobako. It's pretty rare when you see a show just about women working.
Yeah.
And especially in anime. Like, they're working on anime. It's just so cool.
It's so good.
I just want more of that. Also, go watch Shirobako. Do it.
Do it.
Yes. What? Nick, there's another watch party coming up in a few weeks. Just
Shirobako.
throwing that out there.
So, what do you about you guys?
Well, my prayers were answered, and a second season of Food Wars was announced.
That was going to happen. Like, that
I
was
knew it was going to
inevitable.
happen, but I cannot stress enough how excited I am for it. I love that show, and it needs more.
I can't wait to get the game.
I know.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. Other than that, there's a lot of shows that, like, a lot of the shows I like, I kind of wanted them to be shorter. I liked them shorter. So,
Yeah,
you know,
don't want them drawn out.
really like Kill la Kill. I don't need more of it necessarily. I kind of want to rewatch it, but I don't need new.
I'd like a game. Like, a game would be
Oh,
practical.
that'd be rad. Yeah. But other than that, like, all I could think of really was how excited I am for Food Wars.
Yeah.
I said Wakagozake because it makes me happy.
That's a good answer. I should have said that.
So what'd you want from it, though? Like an anime? Or?
There's so many different kinds of cuisine that she could critique and enjoy.
Wakako goes to France.
Oh my gosh, yes, or Italy. Just there's so many things that you could do with Wakagozake. I'm so happy. And unfortunately, I don't think there's much more source material, but I wouldn't mind more Umaru, Himoto-chan Umaru.
I actually don't want any more of that in anime. Like, they have a manga still going,
Yeah.
I think, but
A lot of
I think
people
it was
said
good.
that.
I thought it was a good stopping point. Like,
It was a good stopping point. There's a lot of anime like that had a good stopping point, but I miss it and need it in my life.
If we got more, I'd still be happy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Slayers, but then I remembered Slayers Evolution and Revolution and Evolution R were a thing, and I was like, those are terrible. It should have stopped at Slayers Try. So, yep, can't say that, but yeah, Wakagozake.
Okay, let's see which. Oh, no, I don't know. Which one do you guys want to do next? Which you guys want? We're getting close on time.
Yeah. we gotta wrap it up, but there's so many good questions.
Oh, what anime? Okay, this is from Kevin Sisothon. I hope I am pronouncing your
We
name
had
right.
the pronunciation guide, and I'm so
I think it's
bad.
about right.
Okay, what anime character do you relate to most? Who is the most like you?
So I got this one because it was good, and then I forgot to think about it because I was grabbing all the answers. That's so hard, right? Because you always want to find guys like, that's me. And I'm just like,
Yeah. I said Lena
Oh.
Inverse from Slayers because she's short-tempered, redhead, vain, and kicks ass. So there you go.
Rad. This is the kind of question where like I want the listeners to also pick characters for us.
oh,
Like,
yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm
yeah,
really,
that's a
I'm
good
really,
one.
I'm
Tell me, who
really,
am I?
yeah, like who? Well, I'm really bad at identifying which traits in myself are most apparent to people.
Yeah.
So like I recently took a quiz on BuzzFeed that was just which anime girl are you, and I got Chio from Nozaki-kun.
I saw that. That was so cute.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fair, because Chio's always just like, oh, Nozaki, he's such a dork. And I'm like, oh, that's basically how I am now.
Yeah.
If you've ever talked to me, Miranda knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but then, for some reason, I think I like the super mean badass girls more. Like, my favorite anime girls are always, like, the really mean ones.
Yeah, my favorites are the mean girls.
Like, I love the
girls.
mean, like, super, like, kick-ass ones because I feel like that's a part of me that's, like, not as apparent to people. And because I was, like, really into martial arts, I was like, yeah, I'll kick your ass, I'll kick my own ass, like, I'll kick your mom's ass. And not really, because I'm so, like, I couldn't do that. I'm also really sweet. So it's, like, I like the mean girls because I'm like, yeah, I can be really cool and not a huge dork. So I don't know. I would want to, like, I don't know. I want to know, well, who do you think we are? Like,
That's a great
Yeah.
question. Facebook. Facebook group, come through. Which anime characters do we remind you of?
I mean, maybe Pikachu. I don't know.
Really
I mean,
wanna be
just like
Pikachu.
Pikachu's cute. It's kind of ambitious and a little bit sassy. He's like, I'm not going my ball.
By the way, we
Yes,
learned.
he's-
I didn't say that.
ah! What time is it?
No.
Oh dear. Anyway,
I just we don't curse because mainly it's a pain to edit that.
it's a pain to edit, but
And like we have to. It's just like a thing we must do. So
we found out there was a Pikachu perfume, by the way, recently at our White Elephant Exchange, which I did not know existed. Speaking of Pikachu,
It was like a vintage 2000 isn't vintage, but it was an old Pokemon perfume.
yeah.
And I at one point had stolen it from somebody. I had it in my possession. Somebody said it was locked. You couldn't steal it anymore. If you know how White Elephant works, you can like steal gifts. They're all mystery gifts. And after 3, you lock them, and whoever has the third steal, that's theirs. And someone was like, oh yeah, that's locked now. And then apparently it wasn't. And so someone stole it from us.
that was such garbage.
I was going to share it with
Aw.
Miranda. It was going to be the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pikachu perfume. It smelled like Pikachu should
It smelled
smell.
like it's kind of citrusy,
It was
but
like an
not
electric scent.
heavy. Yeah, it was really good. It reminded me of yellow.
Yeah,
I
it
thought of the
was-
color be yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
It was good. But
Citrusy is perfect
No,
for that
no, we
because
don't. We don't
I,
have it.
I ended up with rum and
Oranges.
Samurai Champloo, so
which isn't too bad.
Which
You
is
and you got rum with it, which is nice.
yeah, it was Kraken too. A lot of people, I tweeted it. A lot of people were very much in support of the Kraken. They were like, "That's some good rum."
yeah.
So I felt good about that. It all ended up okay.
I got Scotch whiskey.
Yeah,
I'm
Miranda,
happy.
yeah, Miranda got like a really cool potion LED lamp.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's on
that
my
was
desk.
cool.
Changes
Um,
colors.
Yeah, so it turned out okay. But that Pikachu perfume though,
Yeah, that was the thing.
I'll dream about it. Let's see.
What else?
Yeah, I'm trying to I was looking through questions like we only have a few left. So probably like about 2 more. I think I have one for the last that I'd really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one more, but that's Thomas Robertson asks, which anime character would you love to guest on the podcast? I said Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I answered this question on my paper as well. I said Miyamori from Shirobako because she has insight into the industry.
Ooh,
I'd
good
want
answer.
to ask her questions
Ooh.
about like how does the industry work, like what is the thought process behind certain things. And she's adorable, and she's on my pen right now, and I like her, so I would
a good one.
totally invite her.
I'd want Pikachu, so then I could just cut a little time. We just be best
Every
buds.
answer, Pika.
We just be best buds. No, practically though, I would want Mako from Kill la Kill because she's just so full of energy, and she'd be like ridiculous. Like, she just take over the show. She's just crazy. It'll be a really fun time. Let's see. Another one. Cesar Rios, or Cesar, I don't know how he pronounces it. If you could marry any anime character, who would you marry?
Kamina. Kamina-sama.
So Gurren Lagann. Got that.
Reizo-sama from Slayers. That was my website, was Queen Megumi's Reizo Shrine on
Aw,
GeoCities.
that's
That was
amazing.
a real thing. Shout out to those who know what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
It was all pictures of Reizo and all Reizo news, and oh my god, it was upset. And it's the voice is done by Takehiro Koyasu, who always has this smooth, sexy voice. He's always a villain in anime because he's got that deep, like, how you doing voice.
I would marry Genos from One Punch Man because he's unbelievably
He's
attractive.
pretty. He's hot too.
I like androids. So,
Yeah, he's got
Anyway.
dreamy eyes.
Yeah, they're pretty intimidating.
They're pretty.
Cool.
They're pretty
I know.
intense.
Yeah, he just
but-
wants to like do his best. He just wants to be better. Like, I like ambition. I'm ambitious. It's like, if you can't keep up, get out of here.
Kamina's arms, though.
Arms are good, but I mean,
His swag.
Genos is just metal.
His swag is really good. Like, I like guys with swag. Like,
Yeah.
if you got that swag.
It's funny because he's not the type of guy I would go for in real life. As far as anime husbandos go,
Yeah.
nah, Kamina takes the cake.
Okay, last question, so we can wrap up. I know we're trying to keep it shorter, but we kind of are starting to go like very long. So Tom McGregor asked, if you couldn't say yay anime anymore, what would the anime club catchphrase be instead?
Abs.
Abs. No.
Yay,
There was a little while where we were just like abs.
No. That's a good question. We were joking that because yesterday at the White Elephant Exchange, the gifts were like 70% alcohol. Like, most people I brought alcohol to the thing, so we were like, yay, alcohol.
Yeah, yay alcohol.
But that's maybe not the best thing to advocate. Drink responsibly, kids.
Yeah, please do. It must be 21 or older.
Yeah. Unless you live in Europe, I mean, congrats.
Or
Yeah, there's a
Japan.
lot of places. If
Congratulations.
you live in the United States and are not 21, then
Yeah.
then
Do
everywhere
not-
else you
do not
your
do
thing.
it.
Anyway,
Don't. Yeah, be good.
has to be nice. Yeah, so it's interesting because Yay Anime came about because I would just say that when things got awkward, because the show starting a show, it's hard, you're still trying to fill the space and figure out your flow. So I'd just say Yay Anime when things kind of ended weird.
Yeah.
And it just got picked up by people and they're like, Yay Anime. I was like, oh, I guess it's a catchphrase.
Yeah.
I think it'd be something. I don't think we'd have a catchphrase because it's like the one thing we always say. Like, if it had to be anything, it'd be like believe in the heart of the cards, because that's what I always say.
Yeah, or like just us being like
See
ganbatte, like something like super
See a
weeby.
space
Super weeb.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Or like hajimemashou, or like something like super weeby. Like, I feel like
something weeby.
we would just say something in Japanese.
Believe in the weeb that believes in you. I don't know.
Believe in the weeb that
Believe
believes
in the
you.
weeb. That kind of needs to be believe in the weeb.
Believes in you. You know.
So Marty Sleva, whenever anything awkward happens, doesn't matter who is involved, he'll just go, yay, anime.
Yeah, it's kind of become a thing in the office.
So,
like, "Yay,
yeah,
anime."
so anytime I like make a joke to Marty and it just doesn't land or something, like that's my intent usually is to make some lame joke to Marty because it's Marty. He'll just go, yay, anime. So it's taking off. It's
You did it in the morning meeting once too, where someone said something really awkward and uncomfortable, and Marty's just sitting down in the back going, "Yay, anime!"
Yay, anime.
Yeah. So it's getting picked up by everybody, so we definitely can't change it now. But yeah, I think if it wasn't yay anime, we would probably just say something in Japanese.
I really like
dumb.
believe in the weeb though. I just
Believe in the weeb that believes in you.
Yeah. Believe in the heart of the cards. That's always my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, I want to be the very best.
Oh, that's a good one too. I want to be the very
That's me.
best.
Or it would just be me rapping the poker rap for the beginning every time.
Oh
like,
my gosh, that'd
Yeah,
be
if
so
you-
good.
Or like me doing the one yo ho ho, we took a bite of gum gum. Like,
That's so bad.
it's awful.
Anyway.
Anyway, it would
Maybe
be a
one
rap.
day we'll have a theme song. We'll have a rap featuring Callie.
Yeah.
I'll write it for you.
Yes, the whitest person ever rapping the anime. That is the worst. That is like DeviantArt come to life.
Deviant art.
2007 DeviantArt, and I'm making fun of myself when I say that, not people who have DeviantArt, because art's awesome. I'm thinking about myself in 2007, where I was like, yeah.
I used to do that all the time in pictures because I lived in Japan and I studied there, and so I picked up on the victory sign thing. So when I got home from Japan, it would drive my family nuts that we'd all be smiling in a picture, and I'd be like, "Eee,
Aw.
yay!" Yay anime!
Yay anime! So I think that wraps up our last episode for 2015.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't so weird. Go take a shot.
I
I
hope
don't
it
know.
was really weird.
Go
and you
take
enjoyed
a
it.
shot. I don't know.
Go take a shot every time we said yay anime, and you will be dead.
Oh yeah, don't make a
Especially,
drinking game
like,
about
I
us.
think like 2 episodes ago we said it a lot. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Oh,
Good thing I
yeah.
have rum in my desk. That's
I
bad.
took my
I'm not
Scotch
doing
whiskey home. I was like, no one is taking this off my desk. I took it home
Smart.
with me last night.
We had
I was really
eggnog
hoping-
yesterday.
I got the Baileys. I could put in my coffee in the mornings. No one would know.
Ooh, smart.
Anyway.
Little Baileys when you're stressed out.
Sometimes we like alcohol. And SpongeBob and weird things. This has been
Yay,
Anime Club.
alcohol.
Yay, alcohol. This has been Anime Club episode 35. Thank you guys so much for joining us this year. I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday season.
Yes, and if you're going to be at SAC Anime, do say yay anime to me if you see me walking around. I'll be there at the New Year's party and New Year's Day. So, yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining us this year.
Yay.
Yay! We hope we have a really awesome year. We have a lot of cool things planned, like different segments and episode plans that we want to do. And
Yeah.
always, some people ask, like, "Hey, can we send you guys episode ideas?" Like,
Gee,
absolutely.
yeah.
Like, we'd
Yes,
love it.
Please.
I have to plan them all, so please help.
Yes.
No, you don't.
just
We will
kidding.
help you.
Yes, we will help you. Where can they find you on Twitter, by the way?
So
if they
you
have
guys can
suggestions?
find me at Havoc Rosens, Havoc with a K.
Megan, MEGHAN_IGN.
Inky Dojiko, INKYDOJIKKO. And we
Yay.
all were recently verified. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you to Kyle at IGN who helped us.
We're real people now.
We're real.
You
We're
can't exist
verified-
until you're on Twitter.
Verified anime characters.
That'd be cool, but
Yeah.
it's not true.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we'll see you next year.
see you
Yeah,
next
see you
year,
next
guys. Thank
year.
you so much.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Bye.